is Monday, April 26. Welcome to CGN News. 4 civil society groups and an educational institute have called for the immediate resignation of the Member of Parliament who has been questioned in relation to a viral video showing a man in a violent confrontation with a woman. George Wright, the MP for Central Westmoreland, who is now on a leave of absence, has not affirmed that he is the man in the video. Notwithstanding, in a joint statement, the Jamaica Accountability Meter Portal, National Integrity Action, the Institute of Law and Economics, Jamaicans for Justice, and Stand Up for Jamaica have said he should resign with immediate effect. They said their call is based on the statements by the police and the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, of which Wright is a member. The groups say they are concerned about the, quote, lack of transparency in the treatment of the matter. The Vincentian Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, the VSPCA, is concerned about the animals which have been in the red zone for the last 2 weeks since the eruption of the volcano. The Society has a database with information about animals which were left behind, and there are plans to get a veterinarian and volunteers to go to the red zone and to tend to the animals when it is safe to do so, an official told Loop News Caribbean. The VSPCA has confirmed reports of animals perishing as a result of sickness due to being exposed to ash, and noted that death is also imminent after 2 weeks of no food and water. They have launched a GoFundMe account to raise funds to keep the animals fed, watered, and in good physical condition. Barbados has extended the state of emergency as part of the country's efforts to contain the spread of COVID-19. The extension was approved even as critics questioned whether the Emergency Powers Act was putting too much power into the hands of the Prime Minister. Parliament met in an extraordinary session to debate the resolution to extend the current state of emergency by another 5 months. Health Minister Jeffrey Bostic said the emergency powers legislation has been highly effective in the country's efforts to control the spread of COVID-19. The state of emergency has been extended from April 26, 2021 to September 25, 2021, a period of 5 months. The health authorities in Trinidad and Tobago urged the population to be extra vigilant after confirming that 3 persons contracted the Brazilian variant of the coronavirus. A statement from the Ministry of Health said the samples were confirmed by the University of the West Indies, which conducts genetic sequencing on samples. It said of the 3 confirmed cases, 2 are nationals. One of the samples came from a person under the age of 18. The ministry said research has indicated that the Brazilian variant is spread by respiratory droplet infection, the same as for all other strains. Cruise ships are set to return to St. Kitts and Nevis in July. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority, SKTA, says the Seabourn Odyssey, a ship in the ultra-luxury Seabourn cruise line, resumes Caribbean sailings in late July 2021. The Odyssey will be calling in St. Kitts every week, Tourism Minister Lindsay F.P. Grant said. The 7-day itinerary also includes Antigua, Barbados, the British Virgin Islands, Dominica, Grenada, St. Lucia, and St. Martin. No cruise ships have been to St. Kitts since March 2020, and the SKTA said it signals the continued rebuilding of tourism and the economy. New research has found that many small business owners have had to find jobs, borrow money, or dip into their savings to try to survive the COVID-19 pandemic. The report from the Caribbean Policy Research Institute was carried out in Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, and Barbuda. The report notes that for Jamaica, almost 20% of respondents said they had to find another job, more than 70% had to spend savings, and about 30% reported having to borrow money. Some reported having to sell assets, while a small percentage admitted they flouted the COVID-19 measures. The report notes that business owners' urgent needs included access to loans, rental subsidies, and training for digital marketing. Overseas now, a panel of advisors to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, voted on Friday to recommend resuming use of Johnson & Johnson's Janssen COVID-19 vaccine. The shots are expected to be accompanied by a new warning about an increased risk of rare but serious blood clots for adult women under 50. A federal health official told the panel on Friday that vaccinations could resume once the CDC director approves its recommendations and the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, publishes an update to its emergency use authorization for the vaccine. 3 women have died from the clotting disorder after receiving the Janssen vaccine. According to CDC figures released on Friday, the cases make up a tiny fraction of the more than 8 million doses that have been given. Alaska Airlines has banned an Alaska State Senator, Laura Reinbold, for refusing to follow mask requirements. Spokesman Tim Thompson told the Anchorage Daily News on Saturday that effective immediately, Reinbold is not permitted to fly with the airline. Reinbold said she had not been notified of a ban and that she had hoped to be on an Alaska Airlines flight in the near future. Last week, Reinbold was recorded in Juneau International Airport arguing with Alaska Airlines staff about mask policies. A video posted to social media appears to show airline staff telling Reinbold her mask must cover her nose and mouth. Thousands across India are outraged after the government ordered social media platform Twitter to remove posts critical of its handling of the virus. The country faces a massive surge in cases, with many of its hospitals facing an oxygen shortage. A Twitter spokesperson confirmed it had blocked some material from being viewed in India. Earlier, a Ministry of Electronics and IT official had told the Hindu newspaper that it was necessary to take action against those who are misusing social media for unethical purposes. On social media, many criticized the government for focusing on censorship while the country was in the midst of a humanitarian disaster. And finally, a pastor and his sons accused of selling industrial bleach as a coronavirus cure through their Florida-based church has been indicted on federal charges. A grand jury in Miami returned an indictment last Thursday charging Mark Grenon, 62, and his 3 sons with 1 count each of conspiracy to commit fraud and 2 counts each of criminal contempt. They face possible life sentences if convicted. Grenon is the Archbishop of the Genesis 2 Church of Health and Healing based in Bradenton, Florida. The church sells chlorine dioxide as a miracle mineral solution, officials said. The Grenons claim the solution can cure a vast variety of illnesses, ranging from cancer to autism to malaria to COVID-19. Authorities said ingesting these products is the same as drinking bleach and can be fatal. That's it for CGN News. I'm Scott Wilson. Thanks for watching.